Subaru has unveiled the fifth generation of their all-wheel drive Forester sports utility vehicle at the New York International Auto Show. The new Forester will debut with a set of new features, including the driver monitoring system, Subaru's first-ever driver recognition technology designed to detect signs of driver distraction or fatigue. The vehicle will also include reverse automatic braking, which is designed to help avoid collisions when reversing and reducing damage in collisions. Other core technologies include the latest generation of the EyeSight driver assist system and an optimization of X mode, which controls the engine, transmission and brakes in poor driving conditions. Specifications for the Australian Forester will be announced in the second half of 2018, with the vehicle expected in showrooms around September.
The 2018 Green Car of the Year, Nissan's Leaf, is without a doubt the best-selling electric car the world has ever seen. Since its introduction on the market in 2010, Nissan this March said it sold some 300,000 units and received an extra 20,000 orders for the new generation. On Friday, the carmaker announced yet another milestone, this time in Japan, 100,000 Leaf delivered to customers. Asako Hoshino, Nissan executive in charge with Japanese operations, said, "We're excited to reach the 100,000 vehicle milestone for sales of the Nissan Leaf in our home market of Japan, and this wouldn't have been possible without our customers, who have embraced this great car." Encouraged by the success of the Leaf, Nissan already said it would launch 8 new pure electric vehicles, including a few intended for China, as it eyes total sales in the segment of 1 million units by 2022. Of those 8 models, 3 will be intended for the Japanese market, the carmaker said on Friday, together with no less than 5 new e-Power models. By 2025, the move would mean that half of the vehicles Nissan sells will be electric or e-Power models. In recent years, the Japanese automotive market left little room for new models of combustion cars to prove a success, mainly because the country's car pool is already saturated. But if the Japanese don't buy ICE cars because they already have some, they would most likely buy an electric one to replace them. To further attract its customers, Nissan also announced it would create a new store format, which would be expanded globally. Car-sharing services, probably the most promising source of additional revenue for car makers, is also a target on Nissan's radar. In Japan alone, the company plans to increase the reach of its e-share Mobi program from 30 to 500 locations by the end of the 2018 fiscal year.
Subaru of America reported the best March U.S. sales tally in its history, with sales of 58,097 vehicles thanks to the all-new Crosstrek. It's the brand's hottest star, having its best March ever and its best month ever. The 2018 Crosstrek remodel is paying off big for the Japanese automaker. Crosstrek was up 88.2% over the previous March 2017 with 13,400 units sold. The complete remodel is paying off big for the brand as consumers respond in a big way. The new crossover almost caught Forester, which had 14,616 units sold in March. Last month marked the first time Crosstrek has topped 13,000 units in a month. It's not just US sales where Crosstrek is hot. Subaru Canada reported Crosstrek sales were up 102.1% for the compact crossover's best March on record. Australia hasn't reported March sales, but the new generation Crosstrek recently took home Best Oz Roamer 2017 SUV under $45,000 by the Specialist Recreational magazine and website. Just like in January and February, the only other vehicle in Subaru of America's stable of all-wheel drive vehicles to post a gain for March was the 2018 Outback with a 5.7% increase. Both models are helping Subaru start the year with the best first quarter in the history of the company. Subaru of America reported year-to-date sales of 149,703 vehicles, a 3.8% gain over the same period in 2017. Subaru Corporation just unveiled the all-new 2019 Forester SUV in New York, which will make its dealer launch this fall. The revamped Forester will keep the momentum going, and the new 2019 Ascent 3-row family hauler will hit showrooms this summer, which should also help Subaru smash its 9th consecutive yearly sales record. To start the first quarter, the big story for the Japanese automaker is the all-new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. Consumers are responding in a big way to the second-generation compact crossover as it sets new records to start the year. It could pass Forester as the second best-selling vehicle in the lineup.
When it comes to Tesla's business, there are a number of things that should concern investors. For instance, CEO Elon Musk's promise of profits in the second half of this year has a major contingency. The automaker will need to more than double its current weekly Model 3 production rate in just 3 months. Then there's the fact that in Tesla's most recent quarter, the automaker posted its worst ever quarterly loss. Achieving profits this year, therefore, will require extraordinary execution on Tesla's part. Finally, Tesla's wild valuation, including its price-to-sales ratio of 4.2, means the company needs to deliver uncanny growth for years to come. But there also are items that might look like good reasons to be skeptical on the surface, but aren't as worrisome after a closer look. One facet of Tesla's business investors shouldn't be concerned about is Model 3 demand, despite initial production delays that may have sparked some Model 3 reservation holders to cancel their reservations. Here are 7 reasons investors shouldn't worry about demand for Model 3. 1. Tesla has hundreds of thousands of deposit-backed reservations. The first reason Tesla's Model 3 demand isn't a concern is obvious, but still worth consideration. As of Tesla's last update on Model 3 reservations, the company boasted about 455,000 of them, all backed by cash deposits of about $1,000, depending on the market in which the Model 3 was reserved. Though this figure was provided last summer, not once has Tesla indicated that net reservations for the important vehicle have declined. Indeed, in Tesla's third-quarter shareholder letter last year, management said, global net reservations for Model 3 continued to grow significantly during the period. Further, in Tesla's recent fourth-quarter update, management noted that reservations remained stable during the quarter and resumed growth in the weeks leading up to the release of its fourth-quarter shareholder letter, prompted by debuting the Model 3 at select Tesla stores. Finally, in Tesla's first-quarter update on deliveries and production, management said net Model 3 reservations remained stable during the period, despite delays in availability of certain planned options, particularly dual-motor AWD and the smaller battery pack. Maintaining reservations at this level, even as the automaker is running about 6 to 9 months behind its initial schedule for Model 3 deliveries, is quite an achievement. 2. Tesla isn't pulling any significant demand generation levers. Not only is the Model 3 unavailable to see in most Tesla stores, but the page of Tesla's website about the Model 3 even pitches the Model S, essentially anti-selling the Model 3. Further, anyone wanting to put in a new reservation today can't even access the online configurator that allows customers to choose options and accurately price their vehicles. That privilege is limited to early reservation holders. And good luck scheduling a test drive. At the time of this writing, anyone who tries to schedule a Model 3 test drive on Tesla's website will only get 2 vehicle options, Model S and X. 3. Word-of-mouth marketing hasn't had a chance to ramp up. In the past, word-of-mouth marketing has proven to be Tesla's best lever for vehicle demand. Indeed, that's how Tesla has managed to avoid paid advertising all this time, opting instead to focus marketing efforts on referral incentives. But since Tesla only has delivered an estimated 15,000 Model 3 vehicles, a fraction of the hundreds of thousands of reservations for the car, word-of-mouth marketing hasn't had a chance to materially impact demand yet. Tesla explained how word-of-mouth marketing was working in its favor shortly after its Model S was launched. Importantly, we are seeing orders in a particular region increase proportionate to the number of deliveries, Tesla said in its first quarter shareholder letter in 2013, which means that customers are selling other customers on the car. Similarly, the Model 3 likely will benefit from word-of-mouth marketing, but potentially to an even greater degree since its lower price point gives it a significantly larger addressable market than the Model S. 4. International Model 3 availability hasn't ramped up yet. Directly following Tesla's above statement in its first quarter shareholder letter in 2013 about the impact of word-of-mouth marketing, management proceeded to infer what this could mean for overseas demand for the Model S, given that we have not yet delivered any customer cars outside of North America. There would appear to be significant upside potential in Europe and Asia. The company says on its website, virtually all of Tesla's Model 3 deliveries so far have been in the U.S. International Model 3 deliveries in left-hand drive markets won't begin until mid-2018. In addition, Tesla doesn't plan to begin shipping the vehicle to right-hand drive markets until early 2019. International availability will be yet another lever for Model 3 demand. 5. Demand for Model S and X has never been a problem. Few believe Tesla when it projected in its 2012 second quarter shareholder letter that its accelerating pace of reservations makes us confident that demand will surpass 20,000 Model S units for full year 2013 deliveries. But Tesla's 2013 Model S deliveries surpassed 22,000 units. Now, Tesla is delivering more than 50,000 Model S vehicles annually. Similarly, the estimated 30,000 deposit-backed reservations Tesla had garnered for its Model X SUV by the time it launched in 2015 proved to be a conservative indicator of demand. In the trailing 12 months, Tesla has delivered over 45,000 Model X vehicles. Even as Model 3 production ramps up, Model S and X demand remain very strong, Tesla said in its April 3 update on vehicle deliveries and production. Indeed, net orders for Model S and X were at an all-time first quarter high, management said. 6. Price matters. Tesla's website says, though the Model 3 is supposed to eventually start at $35,000, it doesn't yet. Currently, the only version of Model 3 available for customers to order is the $49,000 long-range version of the vehicle. The standard battery Model 3, with 220 miles of range and standard equipment, won't launch until late 2018 inches. Without a $35,000 Model 3 available to order, some potential customers may be waiting until Tesla starts delivering the lower-cost vehicle before they put down $1,000 on a reservation. After all, the standard battery model comes at about a 29% discount compared to the long-range version. 7. Competition could prove to be a catalyst. Fully electric vehicles still are a niche market, representing only a fraction of global auto sales. Considering the rapidly rising demand for fully electric vehicles and their small share of the auto market, any new competitor to launch a long-range, fully electric vehicle actually could play a key role in helping Tesla educate consumers about the viability of this alternative to internal combustion engines and hybrids. To this end, rising competition in this space hasn't proven to negatively impact Tesla yet. Consider that, even though General Motors announced its comparably priced, fully electric Chevrolet Bolt before Model 3, and started shipping it before the Model 3, Tesla still managed to accumulate hundreds of thousands of Model 3 reservations. Further, Tesla's Model 3 deliveries are now surging past Bolt deliveries, particularly now that the automaker recently maintained weekly production rates above 2,000 units per week for 3 weeks straight. Without any real evidence yet to suggest competition will eat into Tesla's market potential, there's still good reason to believe that this could be a market where a rising tide lifts all boats. Investors have good reason to be skeptical about Tesla's ability to live up to its vault valuation. But demand for Model 3 is not one of them.